Hey, welcome back to the channel. Grandpa's glad to see you. Hey, today, like I promised in my last video, we're going to show you how to create and install Ubuntu, creating a dual boot system so you can have Windows 11 and Ubuntu Unix installed on your system. Let's stay tuned. Let's get started. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let's get started as the reason why you may want to install dual boot. First thing, you may not want to eliminate your current Windows 11 because it has compatibility on certain software you don't have. But at the same time, if you're a gamer or you just want a clean machine that doesn't log and have all this bloatware, Unix is the way to go. So that's why we're going to be creating this system, because Windows is being dropped more and more and more by most PC manufacturers. They're moving towards Unix for a clean install, and we'll get into that more later. First thing, as a disclaimer before I even begin, number one, you're going to be using a USB drive that you're going to be erasing, so there's not going to be anything on it. So don't make sure that you check it. Make sure there's nothing important on there. Secondly, it's got the USB drive has got to be 8 gigabytes or larger to create the ISO image. I'm going to leave you the links in the description where you can find both the image and Rufus to be able to create this image. Now, this is for educational purposes only. You're going to do this at your own risk, because if you make a mistake, make a mistake, you could accidentally erase, you wipe out your Windows installation. So you need to be aware of that, follow the directions, and remember that things happen. So I would back up any important information on your Windows installation before you begin. With that, let me show you where you're going to find the information. Now, the first thing you're going to have to go is down to the Ubuntu download server. Again, I'll leave you the link to this where you can find it, and you're going to download that to be able to use the image. So let me go over here, and okay, going to ask me about my information. You can install this if you want to. At any rate, right down here, you can see it's downloading the image. So that's the first image you're going to need to be able to install this. The next one will be Rufus. As you can see right here, I actually have downloaded it before, but just for this purpose, if you'll look at your download history, you can actually see it downloading. And it takes about 7 minutes to download on the average, depending upon your personal application. You'll also need to download Rufus, which I'll leave you the link for. And that's what you're going to use to install your software on your machine. So again, I follow the process of installation, and this is the screen I got. And I was very surprised. I said, what is going on here? It happened on 2 different machines, 2 different models and everything. And I'm like, what could possibly be causing this? What's common? And I re-put new image on the USB drive, and I did everything I could. And I sat down and thought about it. And I said, the only thing I can think about is that the USB drive that I'm using, even though it accepts and works with data, is incompatible with Unix. I mean, I never heard of anything like it. So I said, okay. And I got a different USB drive, and this is what happened. It began to install. So we're going to watch the full video installation. You can fast forward through this. I'm leaving you the entire video because it does ask you questions on the way. And as it does, you'll know how to answer those questions because you'll see what I'm doing. One of the things you're going to have to do is on your C drive is create another partition. So what you're going to go to your C drive, find your Windows partition, and you're going to shrink a portion of that. In my case, I happen to have a 2 terabyte drive, so I have shrunk the volume, giving myself about 150 gigabytes. And that you'll need to do that before you begin the Windows installation. So continuing our project here, what you should be able to see is right here, I have gone in and created a separate partition just for the Unix Umberto. You can see it right here. So now that that's done, you're not going to do anything else to it. You're just going to close. And then what we're going to do, okay, we're going to now shut the machine down. And now we're going to hook up our USB to the machine and boot from the USB. And it should just be pretty much self-explanatory. All right, you see here on the screen, it's pretty much simple. You've already created the partition. So now what's going to happen is, just like you were installing Windows, it's going to ask us to do it. So you're going to select Safe Graphics, okay? Try to install Ubuntu. You're going to do Safe Graphics. This is because you haven't loaded all the drivers yet. It's pretty much simple. You've already created the partition. So now what's going to happen is, just like you were installing Windows, it's going to ask us to do it. So you're going to select Safe Graphics, okay? Try to install Ubuntu. You're going to do Safe Graphics. This is because you haven't loaded all the drivers yet. As you can see, it's starting to load up Umberto. Not that hard, very easy to do, really, you know. Just basically loading Windows, installing Windows for the first time, except Umberto is going to ask you which it's going to install all the drivers and everything else for you. It's pretty much easy. You can see it going. And as you can see, it's going to install a word processor, it's got LibreOffice, Thunderbird, Microsoft Teams, everything you're going to need for this. Now later on in a later video, I'm going to go in and see what other software I can install. There's a lot of supposedly programs that you can, there's a program you can load that allow you to use a lot of the Windows programs on this. I haven't tested it yet, but in a later video we will. So far, you know, and one of the reasons I like about this is this particular computer is not Windows 11 supported, although I did bypass it and get Windows 11 to run on it. If they do come up with a Windows 12, it will not be supported. And this program right now, like I said, if I've talked in the other video, 40% now of HP and Levino are now being sold with this version of Unix. And apparently the other two manufacturers, Dell and ASUS, are also going to be doing this very shortly. They're going to put that in there. So that makes this very, very competitive and easy to use. I'm very happy about that, you know. Okay. Now, I may cut this part of the video out, but right now I just wanted you to see the entire installation. It is downloading right now, updates and everything else that you could use. And there is a paid version of Umberto Pro for Enterprise, as there is another version of this. I believe it's called Suncoast or Sun version. But they do ask you, though, what Umberto is, to, you know, give a donation, help the programmers keep programming and increasing the usefulness of this program. Now, some people say that it has, you know, lost its lost its ability to continue. But so far, I installed this on another PC as a trial just to see if it would go in well and it would install properly. And it went very well. Now, what I did find is that you've got to make sure that the USB drive that you have is in good condition and operating. I did download and install it onto another USB drive and tried to do it, and I'll show you a picture. It crashed during the installation, and I formatted the USB drive, put it back on there, did the whole process again, and again, it didn't finish the installation. Kind of pulled my hair out, and it happened on 2 systems. And I was like, I don't know what in the world I'm looking at here. But then I went in and used a different USB drive. They were both 16 gigabytes. One of them was very old, and maybe the contacts on it are bad, or one of the chips are bad. So that was a problem for me. You know, that becomes a situation for you if you're installing and you're definitely a you know, people would say, oh, well, you know, this seems to be taking longer, but look at this. Okay, continue testing. That's going to ask me to restart now. And then it's going to ask me to remove the drive, or the USB drive. Please remove the installation. CD. You can see that. Hit enter. And it will reboot. And if everything completed properly and everything's working properly, when it reboots, it's going to reboot to a menu. It's going to ask you which one do you want to use. And you may not be able to see this, but right here it says lists the memory tasks, loading windows. The first one is Umberto. I selected that, and it should come up with no issues. There it comes. It's going to load up that. You can see already there we go. And very, very easily, that's the entire installation. I'm just going to pull Firefox and open it up. Okay. Now going into it, and then if we go over here, let's see, Thunderbird, files, the Library Office has been installed on this. And so you have your word processors. So that completes the installation and training on how to install this into your system. I hope this has been helpful for you. We'll be doing more videos on fine-tuning this in the future. Alrighty? Thanks a lot. Anyway, Grandpa's glad to see you come back. Check out my other videos. We're going to be doing a complete series now on Unix and installation and fine-tuning it. I hope that this was helpful for you. Check out my other videos. Don't forget you can give us a like. It helps with the algorithm. You can share this video. And if you'd like to become a channel member, you become a Patreon, you can give us a thank you to help support the channel. You can buy any of my great merch. This is your Grandpa out. You have a great day. Thanks for staying this long.